Japanese cotton cheese soufflé is a perfect combination between a cheesecake and a soufflé. Therefore, it is not only light, soft, cottony, and pillowy like a soufflé, but also rich, creamy, and has a wonderful taste of a cheesecake. We start with making the cream and yolk mixture. Add into a bowl 125 gram cream cheese, 110 gram whipping cream, and 20 gram sugar. Bring some water to a boil in a saucepan. When the water is boiled, put the bowl onto the pan and stir lightly. The heat from the water will help cream cheese to melt. When the cheese has melted completely and we have a very smooth mixture, remove the bowl from the pan and let it cool for 5 minutes. Add the 3 yolks into the bowl of cream and cheese and mix until everything is incorporated. Next, add half a teaspoon of vanilla and stir until everything is combined. Sift 50 gram cake flour and 20 gram cornstarch into the bowl. Mix well until everything is incorporated and we have a very smooth mixture. Run this mixture through a sieve to remove the lumps. This helps your cake to have a finer texture. It's time to prepare the egg white. First, whip the white with a little salt at low speed until large bubbles appear. Then add cream tartar and continue to whip at low speed for about 1 to 2 minutes. When the bubbles in the white are very tiny and foamy, start to add sugar, little at a time. This allows sugar to be absorbed into the white batter, which helps increase both the volume and the texture of the egg white after it's whipped. When all of the sugar has been added, raise the speed to highest. Continue whipping until the egg white turns firm, glossy, and reaches stiff peak. Now that the egg white is ready, we prepare for baking the cake by preheating your oven to 180 degrees. Also, you'll need to boil some water to prepare for the water bath when baking. First, take about 1/3 of the egg white and add to the bowl of yolks and cheese. Use a whisk and stir gently. This helps loosen and lighten the yolk and cheese mixture, so when you continue to fold in the white, it will be easier. Continue to add another 1/3 of egg white and gently fold in with a whisk. You can use a spatula, but at this stage I prefer a whisk as I feel like it helps the white to be folded in more easily. When all of the egg white has been added to the bowl, use a spatula and continue folding until everything is incorporated. Use a piece of parchment paper to line the bottom of the pan, then gently pour the batter into the pan. Put the pan into a larger square pan and put both of the pans into the oven. Pour boiling water into the pan, close the door and reduce the temperature to 160 degrees Celsius. Bake the cake at 160 degrees Celsius for about 40 minutes until the cake turns yellow. Then reduce the temperature to 140 degrees and continue to bake for another 20 to 30 minutes. When you gently press your finger against the cake and it feels springy and pillowy like this, it's ready. Turn off the oven and slightly leave the door open. Leave the cake in the oven for about 15 minutes, then take it out. After taking the cake out of the oven, remove the cake from the pan and let it cool down completely on the rack. in this last 1 minute of the tutorial, I would like to share with you some tips for success. First, use a normal pan, not a springform pan, as the water may leak in and makes the bottom of your cake wet. Depending on the oven, the baking time may vary between 60 and 100 minutes. Overbaking is always better than underbaking with Japanese cotton soufflé. Therefore, be patient and wait until the cake is really done. Don't take the cake out of the oven too soon, because if the cake is undercooked, it will collapse when it's taken out. If the surface of the cake is too brown, you can use some aluminium foil to cover it. It's fine if the cake is slightly cracked on the surface. However, a tip to avoid this is to use some parchment paper to line around the side of the baking pan. Thank you very much for watching this video. Good luck and see you next time.